Well, unbelievable week. You guys were in three centers. There were three of you out there working, and every single person that's going to be on television is with Storm and Roto Grip. Congratulations, Del. Talk a little bit about your week.
Well, it's been a long, grueling week. I know these guys have bowled 56 games, whatever it is. I don't know, 54, but I'm beat. I mean, it's been a long grind. I know they've been grinding themselves, and it's just been a long week. The guys are fried. The women are fried. Everybody's fried, and just really feels good to come out on top this week no matter what.
I'll talk a little bit about maybe some of the things you might see going into tomorrow's show.
Well, Western, where we're going, was really the lowest scoring bowling center, I think, out of all the three, and no way to predict the future. You get on a practice pair, you get the right guys on it. The lanes can play way different. You can break them down the way you want to. You can push oil where you want to. Just depends on what Hank and I and Schlemer come up with, and talk to the bowlers and see what we want to do. But it's going to be the same strategy. I mean, we're going to use the same balls that we used over there before, and kind of let the chips fall.
All right, Del, we're going to let you do your work, man. Good luck tomorrow.
Thank you.
Here with Hank Boomershine. Hank on Lynn from the office this week as the bowlers participated in three different centers. Hank is really in charge of designing the cores with Victor. And, Hank, I got to ask you got to feel proud today. This is a proud moment with 8 of the people advancing, all throwing Storm and Roto Grip.
Well, it was a great week. I mean, it was a long week. There was, 6 hours of practice on Sunday in 3 different centers. It was like a 3-ring circus. And at the end of the week, here we are. We got all 8 on the show. It's an amazing feat. It's a lot of good work by everybody here between Dell and Schlemer and myself. And I got to thank Timmy Mack a little bit. He helped out. Helped A.J. Johnson stay with him a little bit. And it was just an amazing week. I mean, at the end of the week, to have those 8 players in that show, and you step back and go, wow, that's just amazing. So it was a great week.
Well, how do you think the dynamics are going to be tomorrow with 3 different reps for our company and out there trying to line everyone up? There's no other companies there that you're competing with how to break down the lanes. Is that going to change strategy?
No, it doesn't change strategy at all. And the nice thing is each rep has maybe a repertoire with one particular player. So some player might lean to another rep for a little help. So all 3 of us are going to be there. We're going to be trying to see what they look like. Western Bowl's a little different environment. It was the lowest scoring house of the week, and they really did get kind of choppy. So the show and the lights could be a fun TV show. We might have some really low scores on TV, or we might have some really big scores. It was kind of like feast or famine in there. So it's going to be an interesting dynamic.
I know you guys have a lot more work to do tonight. Congratulations on just a great week, Hank.
Thanks. It's just the hard work everybody else does, from all of us all the way down to the last person that boxes the ball up and sends it out the building. It's just awesome.
That's Hank Boomershine. Here with Chris Schlemer, out here helping this week, Roto Grip marketing manager. Chris, unbelievable, man. I don't even know how to put this into words. Everybody that's going to be bowling on television throws brands that you represent.
Yeah, it was I'm sure Dell and Hank probably already told you guys, but it was a total team effort. I mean, with 3 different bowling centers, and we've got so many staffers, and just the attack of, I think of, well, obviously it's proof in what we decided to do this week with each of us taking a group and traveling with that group, so we knew what our players were doing. Proved beneficial, I think, based on you look at who made the cut and how everybody bowled compared to other manufacturers. So I think that was definitely a plus on our side. And then, yeah, we got here and all 3 of us worked together, and it's been a long week, but yeah, it was totally awesome. So
you are Mr. Roto Grip. What balls were used this week by the guys and girls?
On the Roto Grip brand, we actually used Defiant Souls quite a bit. Defiant Souls were in play. The Derange got a little bit of action, but the way the lanes broke down with the friction spots kind of moving around in the different centers, we were quick to go to Wreckers jump into play. Even the new Totally Defiant was good at times in certain centers, but because it's so aggressive and so strong, it was actually pretty cool that some of the staffers are like, oh, I'm going to drill the new ball. And they throw it and they come back and go, that one hooks more than anyone we've thrown. What are we supposed to do with that? And I'm like, because ideally we were looking for something to get through the front, but kind of read the mids and lay off. And obviously the Totally Defiant doesn't do that. So it was pretty funny getting through that. But yeah, I mean, so those were the Roto Grip balls in play. And on the Storm side, the new High Road Pearl was ball of choice. Marvel S was a ball of choice. just because they cleared the front and just rolled a lot in the mid lane. We used a lot of Marvel Pearls. And then sporadic here and there. You saw that towards the end with the last match. They got started hooking so much that Lights Out came into play. That came into those came even Scream and Shout. I checked it back. Scream and Shouts on the Roto Group side came into play, and some of the centers because guys were lofting the left gutter. Just like I said, the friction was all over the lane. Depending on who you followed and on what. The one center we went to Holiday. I don't know if those guys told you, but it was 3 different bays set up in basically like 3 different bowling centers in one. So each time you went to a different section, it was like night and day difference. So it was pretty crazy.